Hello, YouTube viewers. We have just left HaLong Bay and we're on our way to Cat Ba Island. So I have no idea how long it's going to take, but Cat Ba Island is at the extremity of HaLong Bay, and this ferry is moving pretty slowly, so it might take a while. So it looks like we're going to have the scenic route. And as far as haze goes, it's not as bad as it can be. I've seen it hazier. So behind us is where we departed from, HaLong Bay. And it's somewhat breezy and sunny at the same time. So it's not too hot, not too cold. So why don't we walk around a bit? So there's a deck above us. And oh look, there are life vests in case you need it. So yeah, as far as ferry goes, you can bring your motorbike, bring your bicycle, you bring your car, or you bring yourself. So yeah. So HaLong Bay is pretty special. I'm fresh from a cruise yesterday and the day before yesterday. Or was it, no, it was yesterday. And overnight we were anchored midway on HaLong Bay at a place not far from Tito Island, who I believe is the second astronaut officially in outer space, a Russian who had some ties with Ho Chi Minh, who was, as you know, a revered leader here in Vietnam. And so they honored Tito with naming an island after him in these parts. So when I get off, in fact, I should check my email, because I wrote the place I'm staying. If I should take a Grab taxi to once I get off, and so they haven't answered back yet, so we'll see. So I'm going to assume I can take a Grab, or I can check Google Maps, see what the difference is, and then maybe use a regular taxi. So I do have a windbreaker in my luggage, which I left downstairs, and I see no point in bringing it upstairs because they're going to have to bring it downstairs again, and I just I'm in no mood for carrying heavy luggage. Yeah, it's warmer here in the sun. So you can see all of these boats are barges transporting I have no idea what, but they're transporting something. It's all like covered over, protected from humidity. So I kind of like boat travel, especially if it's not too long for trains or boats, but I kind of like, trains or buses or cars or other forms of transport, but I kind of like boat travel, as I haven't done too much of it. But if you're going to travel by boat or by ferry, HaLong Bay is a good place to do that. It's pretty self-evident as to why it is a good place. Look at this. This is amazing. So I've got my little Smart Lab microphone on, and it has a little foam cover, so hopefully the wind is not really being picked up too badly on my broadcast. I haven't really noticed it on other windy days, so one can hope. These are anchored, and then there's just the odd one that's moving. And it's interesting because they're kind of anchored in a line, and so that's obviously a route over by that way. So I think it's sunny. It is now 3:15, and the sun is still shining. I'm wearing a navy blue pullover. Oh, are we having transmission problems? Maybe because there's metal interference. There's a lot of metal. Depending on where I'm standing, I think it may actually be affecting the signal. I find that the beverages and things that tend to be overpriced when you're on transit. I guess it's a way of making a few bucks. I would rather arrive prepared or go thirsty. Although, if I really do need to hydrate, I know where I can always get it. and get my windbreaker, which might not. So I think what I might do is make these broadcasts into part 1 and part 2, something to that effect, in case there's something more interesting that comes up. I'm going to wait till we get closer to this outcropping here and navigate through it, and then power down and then go and get my windbreaker. But the sun feels really nice. I love the way that the trees hug to the rocks and how some parts of it are exposed and other parts there's roots and soil and moss and life clinging onto it. And there's our intrepid sales lady. In fact, you know what we can do is we can do a test. We can pull up Google Maps and put in Cadbaugh Island and see how we're doing in terms of distance. There it is. Oh, it's interesting. The Google Maps doesn't have a C. Oh wait, they do have a walk. So it would take 2 hours and 22 minutes to walk from where our position is to Cadbaugh Island. So the blue dot is where we're at, and the red pointer is where we're headed to. How interesting. So it says it's a 2-hour walk. Okay. So I think I'll be getting there around 5, I guess. Because we're kind of moving at a walking pace. So this would be one long broadcast. And I could break out my shades just because everyone else has got shades. So why not me? Right? Everyone else has shades. So especially when the sun is low, it will oh, there they are. I like my day bag. It's actually proving quite the practical and the perfect size for all kinds of varying things. So let me transition from these to those. and then safely put my glasses in my day bag. There we are. There we are. Isn't that better? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So now I'm going to go. Well, actually, I'm quite comfortable sitting here, and in fact, the little HaLong Bay mounds are a pretty cool backdrop. So if I leave my tripod, actually there's probably vibrations from the ferry that are actually transferring onto the camera, so I'm not going to do that. Not going to rest the tripod on the metal bars. I am kind of sleepy, but yeah, it's a bit chilly with the breeze, so I will be going to get my windbreaker from downstairs because it's within reach. But I don't need to bring you guys with me to do that. But what I will do, I need to change cameras. Look at this. How cool is that? Let's turn around. There we go. So yes, we're going to go through this narrow pass, so that's got to be exciting for you guys. It'll take us forever to get there, but still it's going to be exciting. So why don't we power down when we get to the other side of that pass? And there's another eagle up there. If not an eagle, some bird of prey, I think. I don't know if it would be a scavenger. I think it's more of a bird of prey or a fishing bird. And we're going to have a closer look at what the trees that are sprouting out of the little crevices look like. It's just like green as can be. And you can see the where the water line is, and I guess there's like a salt line. So we're approaching. And look at how close we are to the edge here. And here we have a nice shadow. No, there's glare from the sun. I love this. This is better for contrast. Wow, so this is a very narrow pass. Yeah, and there's a concentration of air that's flowing through here because it's so narrow. So once we get out in the open, it should dissipate. And that's where we're headed for more outcrops. I guess where those boats that are in the distance. So thanks for coming in. I expect to go back up live, but right now I gotta go and get my windbreaker because it's a little chilly in the shade. So I'll be right back, or I'll be back when we have something more visually interesting to show you guys. Thanks for coming in. Bye for now.